Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.
Good morning, second grade. Happy Friday. My name is Mrs. Vane. I'm so excited to have you join me in our PBS classroom so that we can become amazing readers and writers. Now, because so many of you guys are becoming amazing readers, I was really looking for chapter books so that you guys can start reading them to challenge yourself. Now, these are a bit more challenging books that I'm going to share today. And again, these are a series. And I love reading books that are part of a series. So these are the Babysitter's Club series book. Now, these were one of my favorite books. These are some of my favorite books growing up reading, and I love reading the Babysitter's Club books. So if you want to read the Babysitter's Club books, make sure that you guys are checking on Sora to see if you guys can borrow it, if you have the Sora app, at your county library or at your school library. Now, these are the covers when I was reading them. I think they have new covers on the books now. And once you get done reading, guess what? You can watch the show to see if it matches up. And that's one of my favorite things to do is read a book and watch the movie or the show and see compare and contrast how it happens in the book and in the movie. But in this case, this is actually a show. So see if you guys like reading these books, and make sure you guys are telling me if you guys enjoy reading them, because I sure did when I was growing up. So how do you write to me? That's easy. You use the address that you're going to see on the screen right there, and you can write to me. Tell me what you're learning. Tell me what books I should be sharing. Now, these are all series, chapter books that my daughter gave to me so that I can recommend to you guys. What books do you want other second graders reading and writing, knowing that you're going to be going to third grade next year? Make sure you guys are writing to me so that I can get those books to share with everybody. And in return, if you put your home address, I will send you one of these fun activity books, because summer's coming up and these would be a great way to keep your brain active and learning, because the more we keep our brain active, the smarter it will be and the stronger our brains will get. So if you don't have one yet, make sure you write to me so that I can send one of these out to you. All right. Okay, boys and girls, are you guys ready? Let's get ready to, that's right, make our brain strong and smart. We're going to start off with our listening skills. Good job. So turn the listening ears up so that we can practice some phoneme blending. And you guys know how to do this. This is where I'm going to say some sounds. Your job, blend it together. Guess my word. Are you ready? I'm going to use my pocket chart here to help us again with my red dots. And I'm going to go faster because I know you guys can do this quickly. Ready? Okay. Guess my word. What is it if I say these sounds? Ready? O-O-T. What is it? Float. Good job, boys and girls. Okay. You ready for the next set of sound? Ready? L-A-N. What is it? Lane. You got it. Okay. Last set of sounds. S-T-E-P. What is it? Steep. Good job blending those sounds together, boys and girls. Okay, now let's go into our focus instruction today. Now, don't forget, we've already learned all the spelling patterns that we need to learn for second grade. So now we're really going to be working on just how to become fluent readers. And to do that, we're going to be practicing some syllable types. We have 6 syllable types, and I call them what I call rules to help us read. We're going to break words into syllables so that we can read those multisyllabic words, right? So this week, we are learning the silent E syllable. And that just means, boys and girls, that when I'm reading, I'm looking for that vowel consonant. Oh, let's say that again. Oh, you guys caught me. That's a consonant vowel, consonant silent E. When I talk too fast, all those gets all jumbled in my brain. Let's try that again. It's a consonant vowel, consonant silent E pattern. So as I'm reading, I'm going to be looking for that pattern. And I know that pattern is going to stay together. And guess what? Our brain does this really fast and it does it automatically. But if you need practice, this is how we practice. We're going to go slower so that we can put it together. Okay? Now, we already know that pattern because we learned that a long time ago. We know that that silent E or the magic E or the bossy E, its job is to make the vowel say its long name. So it's going to do its job. We just know now I'm going to look for it in a pattern or word. I'm going to keep it together because I'm trying to break my word up into syllables so I can read it. Because once we know how to do that, or chunking up my longer words, it's more manageable for us to read. Okay, so let's say I was reading and I come across this word and I'm thinking, oh no, how am I going to read this word? Well, if you know my syllable rules that we're learning this week with the silent E, I know that my brain automatically goes, oh, here it is. V-I-V-E is my consonant, vowel, consonant, E pattern. Did you see what my brain did? So I know this is going to stay together as a syllable. Now, if you look at the remaining part, this is another syllable rule or type that we're going to learn in a couple of weeks. The UR is what we call the R control, and we always keep those together. So lots of syllable types and rules together. So now that we have our word divided into two syllables, now I can sound them out. This says sir, because UR says sir. This one says vibe. Put it together. What's my word? Survive. See, that wasn't so bad. It looks scary, but when you look for those patterns or spelling patterns, and break them, and if you're breaking them into syllables, it's a lot easier to manage, isn't it? Good job. Now, what if I'm writing? If I'm writing and I want to write a word, again, break it up into syllables. So if I'm writing the word mistake, mistake, mistake. Oh, two syllables. First syllable, miss. Oh, I know how to write that. Mrs. M-I-S. You got it. Good job. Now, my next syllable part, mistake, is take. Oh, we know how to spell take. Take is T-A-K-E. Take. Two small words. Mistake. Put it together. And I have the word mistake. You see how we do that? Good job, boys and girls. Now, today I have a fun story for you to read. We're going to read a story called Tadpole Decides. But before we read, quickly, let's go over. As we read, we're going to read accurately, working on those, reading those words correctly. Working on our rate, not going too fast, not going too slow, working on our expression, and to help us, we're going to pay attention to that punctuation. So as you're reading, I want you to be looking to see if you can see those consonant vowel, consonant silent E pattern, to see if you guys can read it. And I want you guys to tell me, what does frog decide to be? I don't know. Let's read it together.
Tadpole decides. Tadpole swam beside the reeds next to Fish. Tadpole decided he was a fish. "Hello, Fish," said Tadpole. "Look, I am a fish too." "Are you sure?" asked Fish with a surprised look on his face. Tadpole said, "I have a tail like a fish, but a fish is round and I am skinny." Snakes slithered by. Tadpole decided he was a snake. "Hi, Snake," said Tadpole. "Look, I am a snake too." "Are you sure?" asked Snake. "I suppose I am," Tadpole said. "I am thin like a snake, but a snake is long and I am short." Suddenly, Tadpole was unsure. Soon, Tadpole began to change. His whole body was bigger, not skinny like Snake's. Tadpole had 4 legs and a tail. He was so excited. Never in his lifetime did Tadpole think he would look like this. It felt like this was his lucky day. Tadpole saw Turtle. Tadpole decided he was now a turtle. "Hello, Turtle," said Tadpole. "Look, I am a turtle too." But Tadpole did not notice that he did not have a shell on his back. "Are you sure?" asked Turtle as she made her legs and tail go inside her large, cozy shell. Tadpole discovered that he did not have a shell like turtles. "I am not sure," he said, shaking his head. The next morning, Tadpole jumped out of the water. "I am not a fish, a snake, or a turtle," he said. "And you are not a tadpole," said Frog, sitting alone beside the pond. "Look, I am a frog too," said the grown-up tadpole, "and I am sure." The two frogs quickly became friends and played in the sunshine.
Oh my goodness. So what did Tadpole decide to be? A frog. That's what he was. Okay, when you were reading, did you see all of these consonant, vowel, consonant, silent E syllables so that you can read? Became, beside, face, inside, like, lifetime, made, whole, snake, tadpole, and sunshine. Awesome job. And look, all of our high frequency words showed up in that story. See how important it is to learn high frequency words? Because they show up most frequently. So let's go and learn our high frequency words for this week. Now remember, all week we had 10. Each day we will focus on 2. So let's focus on our last 2 words for this week. Help me read and write. Are you ready? First word, became. Let's spell it B-E-C-A-M-E, became. Oh, and I'm so glad you're looking for that consonant vowel, consonant silent E pattern. There it is, became. Next word, hello. Good job. Spell it H-E-L-L, hello. Good job. Okay, we're going to read the sentence. Let's see if you guys can put my high frequency words in so that it will make sense. Ready? It cold at night. It what? It became cold at night. Good job. And Beth says, good job. Hello to her friend. How did you do? Good job, boys and girls. Don't forget to keep practicing. If you come across a word that you do not know, write it down and practice. Quickly, we're going to end it with our prefixes and suffixes. Prefixes come at the beginning to change the word. Good job. Suffixes come at the end to change your word, right? So quickly, the playful puppy ran to get the ball. Which word had a prefix or suffix? Playful. So, and I know full means full of. So the playful puppy ran to get the ball. I know the puppy was full of play. You see how I use that to help me determine the meaning of a word in a sentence? Now I want you to read that last sentence, try to find the word with the prefix and suffix, and tell me what it means. All right? Boys and girls, you guys are doing such a great job learning to become fluent readers with me this week. Don't forget to come back next week because we're going to continue with another syllable type to help us become fluent readers. So have a great day learning with your teacher. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye.
Morning to a brand new day, time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.